In today's episode, I talk with Mary Maguire from Brasathome. We discuss how she set up her business around her family, how it has evolved, and the amazing service that she provides to her clients to help fit them their perfect bra so that they can thrive in their lives. I hope you enjoy this episode as much as I enjoyed chatting with Mary. Hello and welcome to the Happy Thriving Mums podcast, the show that talks about the simple actions busy mums like you can take to prioritise your own happiness, health and fitness. And it doesn't stop there. This show also includes amazing stories from inspiring women who help others to be the best version of themselves. Because if you feel great, you thrive, and so does your family. Let's get started. Hello Mary, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I'm delighted that you are here. So we're going to start the episode as I start with all of my guests, and I'm going to ask you what I call the school run pitch. So you've heard of an
Okay.
elevator pitch, but this is the school run pitch. So you've got 45 seconds between drop off and dashing to your next stop, wherever it may be. When a parent stops you at the school gate and says, "What is it you do again?" What would you say?
I do something called Bras at Home. And Bras at Home, basically, I go to ladies' homes, businesses, gyms, anywhere they feel comfortable for me to measure and fit them with bras. And then once I've said that, they also open their mouth and go, "Oh, I need that." So,
Do,
so yes.
Amazing. Do you know what? I was actually talking to a mum when I dropped my kids off this morning and I said who I was going to talk to, and she said exactly those words. I
Yeah,
really need that.
yeah.
It's such a brilliant idea. And I just think I do. I think we all need that. So before we go into that a little bit more about like how it got started and
Yeah.
where the idea came from, can you just explain to us what's your setup at home? So how many children do you have? That kind of thing.
I've got two children, a boy and a girl, a 12-year-old and soon to be 11. So my son is in year 8 and my daughter is, well, she's in year 6.
Oh, so you're in that
Um,
transition between primary and
transition period,
secondary.
yes, yes. You know where they think they know everything, absolutely
Yes.
everything, especially my daughter. She knows everything. She won't be told. So, and then we have problems. So, if, for instance, this morning, I'll give you an example. Next door neighbour's given her a little puzzle thing because she likes putting things together.
Right, yeah.
And that was last night. So last night she put it together. I said, "Can I go and give it back to Umin this morning?" And I said, "But Aisha, you know what? It's 7 o'clock in the morning. You can't just go. He might actually still be sleeping." They go to the same school, so he's in year 1.
Oh, little.
Um, but I said, "But you can't, Aisha, because he must still be sleeping." And then she goes to me, "No, no, no, you never let me do anything." And I said, "But think about it. It's too early. It is so too early. Do you want to go across? If you want to, you can go if you want." And as soon as I said that, she stopped. So obviously I didn't want her to go, but as soon as I said, "Well, you know what, if you want to, you can go, you know." And then it's the same my son this morning, with his lunch. He's on a diet.
Okay.
12-year-old on a diet. He's he's
Oh,
he's very big. He's a tall boy. I'm
yeah.
quite small. He's much, much taller than I am. And he's only 12. So he thinks, so he's gone into boxing. So he
Oh,
goes to
cool.
classes. There's a
Amazing.
boxing academy just behind us. So he goes on a Tuesday night. Now he's taken into his head that he needs more exercise. So he's eating properly. So he didn't want the lunch I've actually packed for him, which was all healthy stuff, you
Yeah.
know. Now I want something else. This morning I'm going to have a yogurt with a few raisins and pineapple chunks in it for breakfast. And I thought,
Ooh.
oh, and he did. So I was so impressed. And then for lunch, he did a food tech yesterday. So he
Yeah.
said, "Oh, I'll have my vegetables, my Chinese stir-fried vegetables for lunch." And I thought, yes. So
Amazing.
that was good. But this is the same boy that likes chicken, uh, Kentucky chicken,
Oh,
fried chicken.
yeah.
So
Who
I don't know
doesn't?
how long. I don't know how long this is going to last, but I'm just going with it.
I think you have to, don't you? But I think the thing with kids, what they don't realize is obviously the more exercise they do, the hungrier they get, right? And
Yeah,
especially boys
yeah.
growing and growing,
Oh
their
gosh,
appetite is endless. It's
it's
unbelievable.
ferocious. It's
Oh,
ferocious.
I'm actually dreading that with my boy's 5 at the moment, and he already eats me out of house and home. So when he gets bigger, I'm not looking forward. I think I'm going to live in Sainsbury's. I think it's going to be the way it is. But
He eats more than I do.
oh,
And now he's sort of competing with his dad, and I think that's where the exercise is coming in for him. So, so they sit side by side when they're eating. Goes, oh, you got more food than me. I need more. And I said, but hey, look at dad and look at you. And he goes, no, no, it doesn't matter. I need more food. And then he said, I'm a grown boy. I need more food.
and you
So,
can't deny that fact, can you? It's
no,
true. It's true.
no, you really
Right.
can't.
So you've got your two at home, you've got a husband as well. I'm sorry, I assume it's your husband. Did you say husband?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is
sorry.
my husband.
Yeah.
Yes,
So there's a whole family, whole
yeah,
cozy, lovely household.
yeah,
So tell us about your story. How did you go from being Mary to
yeah.
Mary family and then Bras at Home is born? Was that going before you had your children, or is it something that evolved?
It evolved. So I worked for a company called can I mention it?
Yeah, sure.
They don't even actually exist actually.
Yeah.
Well, not in this country anyway. I worked for a company called Playtex
Okay,
many
yeah.
years ago. I became their trainer. So if
Okay.
anybody came into the business, I was actually involved with training them to bra measure and bra fit.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of actually helping ladies find the right size bra, the right fit, and not be under stressful conditions. So my working life with Playtex, actually, I'll come back to that one in a minute. Actually, when it started, I was a mobile consultant in
Yeah.
London, and then my boss left, and then I got her job. Hence why I started doing the training and stuff.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I realized there's a niche there where people were going into stores, women were going into stores, they're under stress. There's so many women I saw coming in and out of fittings. Oh, I can't be bothered. They just put the bra down. I can't be bothered. Or they'll come in and it was just consultants on the shop floor, not enough staff.
Yeah.
So you haven't got, they haven't got the individual's attention that a lot of people needed.
Mm.
Um, so there were ladies going in there they couldn't get their size
Yeah.
because they were either too small or miles too big.
Mm.
Really, curvaceous ladies, couldn't get the sizes. So after a while, I started building a picture of, where to go because in my head, I realized I wasn't going to be with that company for that, for foreseeable future anyway.
Yeah.
Um, and then the job actually changed. I ended up going on a road and traveling so far, from where I live,
Mm.
basically from Saturn all the way to Bournemouth,
Oh
and
wow.
then going back the other way to, like Lakeside. So I
Yeah.
traveled. And I looked after some consultants as well, and they got so big and big and big. And then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to test this, do a bit of marketing and see if there's a market out there for what I'm thinking, which is basically helping women find their size,
Yeah.
in their own environment, in their own comfort zone.
Yeah.
Um, so I did a test in Cheam, and then I did a similar one in Dorking.
Yeah.
And yes, a lot of women were saying, yes, if I had someone that would come to me, has the knowledge, the expertise, they've got, bras for me to try on, I'll be more than happy to do it. So
Amazing.
yeah, so that's how it actually started. So I do nursing bras, maternity bras, first bras. Those two are actually what I actually started off with because, first time mums, it's so hard.
Oh, it's so hard.
When do you actually get measured for the bra that you need for the nursing?
You don't
You
have the
know?
time to leave the house, let alone go
No,
somewhere for
you
that, do
haven't.
you?
No, you haven't got the time. It's first time for you. Everything is so new and everything for you.
Mm.
So to get somebody to come to you, um, and actually say, right, okay, you know what, we've got all this. While baby still is sleeping,
Yeah.
I'll just ground you. And if baby starts crying, we'll stop, take time out. You look after the baby. When everything's calm, we'll start again.
Amazing.
And being in the environment is so comfortable, you
Yeah.
know. I do at the moment actually have people come home to me as well, and that is just as comfortable.
Yeah.
It's just being in a place. It's so personal what I provide
Yeah,
that you
definitely.
in a good environment for it. So yeah, the teen bras, gosh, I remember my first bra. When your mum drags you off to the shops to go and get a bra,
Yeah.
you think, take your things off, you'll be fine, just get measured. No,
No.
it's not the thing to do because not every child wants all that. It's your first bra, it's a bit embarrassing. Some of them are excited,
Yeah.
but majority of them are embarrassing. They don't want to strip off a stranger,
No. Even just
you know?
wandering around like the bra section in a
Yes,
shop at that age, it's mortifying, I think, to
it's
many girls.
mortifying. Completely,
Indeed.
completely. So I've got that in. So a lot of teen girls, I don't actually, if I realise that they are uncomfortable, I don't measure them. I'll
Mm.
just give them bras if they come to me with their mums. A lot of
Yeah.
them obviously do it with mums. I'll go to the house and I say, Mum, this is a bra. Let's go and try it on. You can go and check it for her,
Hmm.
and then come and tell me the feel of it or the fit of it. And
Yeah.
through that, we actually sort out the size and the shape of the bra. And is a nice gentle way to introduce your daughter to wearing bras than just taking them to the shops and getting them measured, especially if they don't want to be.
Yeah.
It just puts them off.
I think as well, from everything that you've said, just putting people at ease
That's it.
is so helpful and so important. And just talking to you now, you're so easy to get along with and so easy to talk to that I can imagine that you just meet someone instantly, they take a liking to
Yeah,
you, and something that can feel a bit almost embarrassing at
yeah,
times, or
yeah.
it kind of it's a big deal, isn't it?
It
Like
is
it's a
massive.
big
It's massive.
deal.
It's so personal, really,
Yeah.
really personal. And I do actually talk to people beforehand. I always
Mm,
have a phone conversation just to find out a bit more about their bra requirements, where they
yeah.
are at, the kind of bras that they wear and what they are actually looking for.
Yeah.
And that also puts them at ease before I actually meet them. That really,
Yeah.
really helps actually. Um, so yeah, it is about putting people at ease. It's so personal. I can't stress that enough.
No.
That what I provide is so personal that I need to be, I don't know, how I am. You know,
Yeah.
um, I can't sort of walk into somebody's house with like a ball in a china shop. Right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. How you
No.
do it when you go to the shops, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, um, I don't know what else to say to.
No, I think you've
Um,
explained it brilliantly. And I
yeah,
think one of the things that you said, and I really resonate with, was when I was pregnant with my children, my boobs were so different to what they
yeah,
ever were when I was younger and even now. And I think that is also quite terrifying in a way.
it
And you
is.
almost don't know like what to do with
Yeah,
them. So to
yeah.
have somebody who is experienced and knowledgeable and personable to give you kind of that like hand holding, because it's so important, isn't it? And it's not only just important from a physical point of view, but also kind of
Or
mentally as well. I don't know if you could kind of go into what you feel that you provide to the women. So I know we've said it's like a personal service, but what kind of benefits have you had clients come back to you and kind of thank you for and say that it's made them feel?
it's huge. Besides the nursing bras, obviously. So first time mother that doesn't know what bra to wear. A lot
Mm,
of them will come to me wearing they're still wearing the underwire bras
mm,
and the maternity bra, wearing underwire bra when you when you're heavily pregnant. I've had a
no,
couple,
thank you.
well, not a couple. I've had a few of those, and they don't actually realize. Oh, it's really painful. I don't understand. Mm,
Why? Yeah.
underwire bra, pregnant. Yeah, you can wear it if you feel comfortable in it. The
Mm.
size obviously needs to change, but they haven't changed the size. They've just kept what they've got on, and then you
Oh.
start thinking, well, that's the reason, and I get referrals from chiropractors as well. And the
Mm.
amazing thing is it's a mental thing. Somebody will come to me, whichever bra that they're going for. I've got a few people in mind, will come to me with think, okay, I've been recommended by a chiropractor because my back, I've got backache
Yeah.
and They said I need a good supportive bra.
Mm.
And they come to me, and I'll first thing I would say is, are you actually wearing a bra? Because some look like they're not actually wearing a bra, but they are.
Yeah.
But it's not doing the support. It's
Anything.
not actually doing the job. And
Mm.
the shoulders are stooped so much,
Right.
they're just hunched up.
Yeah.
But the mental thing, what happens is, once I've actually put them in the right size bra, so we work it up between us, the style, the shape, everything.
Yeah.
Once they've got it on, the weirdest thing is they actually stand up straight up. So the stooping thing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they look at themselves in the mirror, and the transformation is amazing. I normally don't say anything. I say, look, we're just going to do before and after pictures, which I delete afterwards. And I only take pictures of in the middle bit here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So the before, and I said, well, this is the picture before, and this is the after. The weird thing is that the after, their arms are actually straight and they're standing better. It's like they're really proud. So
Yeah.
straight away, psychologically, they feel better.
Yeah.
It felt better. They look better. Um, the change, you know, and there's one lady particularly who I fitted with a mastectomy bra,
Wow.
the one I got from a well-known store. And she had that for about six months. Oh my goodness. It was grey. That was the colour anyway. A
Mm.
zip up in her 30s,
Yeah.
zip
So
up bra
young.
that the granny bras that that's what your grandma wear. But that
Yeah.
was the mastectomy version.
Um.
So we put on a beautiful, good fitted mastectomy
Mm.
bra that what, I actually wear them. I haven't had breast surgery, but I wear those
Mm.
bras.
Mm.
She put it on. You know what she did? She just said, "Can you take the label? I'll keep it on." And she just hugged me, and the tears.
I can well imagine.
Oh,
I can well imagine. I mean, after
saying that now, I was like,
oh, I can imagine
you know,
after everything she's been through, and to
yeah,
feel and you said she was in her 30s, to
yeah,
feel that that was kind of not, that's the way it's going to be.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
life, like what you did is life changing,
yes,
showing her
it
that
is.
actually you've
It
had a
makes a
tough
massive
time.
difference mentally, physically. It just changes. It changes your whole outward on looking at. Yeah, you've gone in to have an operation. You come out and you think, oh, I've got to change my lifestyle now because
Yeah,
this has happened to me. It's not any fault of my own, but
no,
this is only bras that I'm able to wear.
yeah.
And then to have your eyes open to,
The choices and the opportunities that actually there
yes,
are.
there are so many out there, and it's just was introducing her to the different bras, the swimwear that she could wear. Oh, can I actually wear swimwear?
Oh,
With my
wow.
prosthesis, my incest. Of course you can. Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful, amazing
But I think it's the
swimwear.
fact that you need somebody with the experience and
Yeah,
know-how to actually
yeah,
open their eyes to that. And I think maybe the support that they may have got, that's like a next step, isn't it? You kind of think
yes,
like from whether it was done through NHS or private, obviously I don't know the entire situation, but the support going forwards maybe doesn't link up with those kind of things because there's a whole range of different issues
yeah,
there.
there
But
is.
the fact that you can have this knowledge which you can then share with, and it's all a range of people, whether it's someone that's had a mastectomy, as you said, the first
Yeah,
bra and the maternity bra, all
yeah,
of those things, it really can transform somebody,
does.
can't it? And I love that story that you told of them going from like a stooped
Yeah,
kind of
goes
slumped
like this all of a
over.
sudden, and
Yeah.
then and a lot of ladies think they are actually bigger than they are, as in
Mm,
they think they're actually bigger, physically bigger. They're more
mm,
curvaceous than they actually are.
mm.
And due to that, they wear all these baggy jumpers,
To cover
baggy
themselves
clothes
up.
to all
Yeah.
cover up,
Yeah.
and to I got somebody else in my head now, but the unveiling, just fitting that person in the right size bra,
Mm,
as big as in their heads they think they are. Once that bra's on, they put the top back on, so you can actually see the effect.
yeah.
It's like an instant slimness, if you like.
Yeah.
And it really is like that because that's what it is. A good fitted bra, gives you your shape back.
Oh,
It really does.
it gives you everything, I think, doesn't
Yes.
it? Because I
Yeah.
think as a female, you're the way you look is often how people see you, literally.
Yeah.
But do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can get really kind of self-conscious about the way that you look, and like having breasts is another thing that
Yeah.
people like they don't focus on,
Some
but
people really
they
cover
do,
up.
don't
They
they?
just
And they
cover up.
really cover
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And I think if you can learn, actually there's more to you, and it doesn't have to be something that you're worried about or ashamed of or nervous to kind of embrace and
Yeah.
behold, and have someone like yourself be so lovely with it to try and bring out the
Yeah.
inner person. It is an incredible thing to do. So oh, thank you for sharing those stories because they are fascinating. I have a question. Do
Yeah.
you do sports bras as
I
well?
do sports bras.
Because I find this
And
really interesting because so for many, I'm a PE teacher as well as doing this and the other bits that I do. And one thing that I always found with working with teenagers was a lot of them are so self-conscious about their boobs and exercising. And I
yeah.
think it's again, it's that kind of like lack of awareness and
Yeah.
conversation about what they need at a young age and giving them the confidence that there are ways to kind of help them
Yeah.
feel more confident. So I'm just interested in kind of like how you deal with those kind of issues as well.
So with teen bras or teen sports bras, um, see, as you were talking, I've actually got one in mind
Mm,
that say there is a bra, there's this company that I use for all my teen bras,
mm,
and they specialize in basically the basic colors. So a lot of girls that are self-conscious just want plain bras. They don't want
right.
anything fancy. So it's either grey, white, sometimes black.
Mm,
So there's one that actually, when you put it on, you can put the clips on the back. So it becomes a lot more firmer support
yeah,
and it looks like a crop top
yeah,
sports bra. So there are different versions of that. So somebody like that. So before Christmas, I went to see a lady and her daughter. She does a lot of dancing.
yeah,
So I gave her a couple of bras, and lo and behold, the one that she went for was the one that was like a crop top
yeah,
that she put on, and actually she did the clips on the back herself, and then came back and said, "Oh, I like this one because I can even wear it for my dancing because it feels quite supportive enough." And I
yeah.
thought, brilliant. So it's not necessarily having a proper sports bra. There are sports bras. So I've got a sports bra version in this particular.
Mm,
To be honest, I'm quite small, so that's what I wear
yeah,
anyway. So there are sports bras for teens, but there
yeah,
are also bras, crop tops that they can actually use as a sports bra. That is not so in your face. It will do
yeah,
the job. You can
yeah,
wear it as an everyday bra, and if you're doing sports, that is absolutely fine as well. And um, it's not noticeable.
yeah. Because I think
So
that's the thing,
so
isn't it? You don't want to, they don't
yeah.
want to stand out, do
No, they
they?
don't want to stand out. And,
No.
and what you and also it's quite fashionable because
Mm,
it's how should I put it? It's really basic. It's a basic bra that does the function that the teenager wants it to be.
yeah,
Okay. Because a lot of them will just wear normal crop tops and it does they most of them I've seen wear crop tops. They're not proper bras.
no,
But you can actually have a bra that in the style of a crop top. So what this one does is similar to that, but it's actually got hooks on the back
right.
that you can actually clip onto it to your back, so it looks like a razorback bra.
Yeah.
And then once you've got it on and you've got your PE kit over it, you can bounce as much as you want and you'd be
Feel
fine.
supportive. And I think it's the same as well going forward as like women as well. I think
Yeah.
there's lots of barriers for women to exercise in because they are worried about what will happen
What
if they
which yeah,
move. And I think
yeah.
it's so important. And if only there was more advice and support to help people with that, mitigating that factor,
Yeah.
I do wonder if it would make exercising and being physically active more attractive to more people. I don't know if people have had conversations with you about that kind of thing.
I think it would, yes. Funny you should say that because another lady's actually asked me to do So January, February, I do a lot of videos, editorials all around exercise, sports bras, which ones to wear for which, you know. So three
Amazing.
levels, low impact, medium impact, high impact, which sports bra to actually wear. So the importance of exercising using the right bra. So at the moment, I've got a running club in Epsom. I've just sent them an editorial on wearing the right size, the right style bra for your exercise or for your running. Because,
Amazing.
we spend a lot of time, money on the shoes,
Yeah.
body exercise, for doing a run, but we don't really pay much attention to, the sports bra. Because if the sports bra is not right for you and there's a lot of chafing and uncomfort, you're not going to actually perform well,
No.
you
And
know. So
also,
you need it to fit.
yeah, and also like the problems with like it can change your posture, it can change, can affect your
With bosom.
back, can't it? Can affect all of these things. So it's really important, especially when exercising.
Yes,
That's
yes.
amazing. Where can we find these editorials? Do you post them online at all? Do you put them on your social media or
I I
anything?
so I've done two, which
Yeah,
I've done to this the sports club, and the fitness instructor actually asked me for those. So she's put both of them, I'm putting them on social media sites.
yeah,
But what I'm doing is doing little clip videos, which will be found on Instagram or my Facebook page.
amazing.
So I'm just doing steps, step by step. So I'm not putting them all out at once because sometimes it could be overwhelming, and
Too
also they
much.
become long videos then. So I
Yeah,
just do little clips. So I'm on Instagram. Uh,
fabulous.
so yeah, so Instagram or Facebook, and then in groups that I'm in. But as you know, too many too many groups. If you've got too many groups, you end up posting here and there and everywhere. So I tend to
Yeah,
sort of concentrate on one or two, and basically I sort of stick with it. But I'll be on Instagram um, with bra fitting tips. I've actually got loads on Instagram about bra fitting tips on any kind of bras, the shape of you as you are in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. The bra that you're wearing, it could be different. So, your boobs change, your shape has changed. So you need to sort of move on with the
yeah,
bra that is suitable for you then.
yeah. Because I can't imagine
Um,
what you're wearing in your 20s, you should be wearing in your 40s.
that's it. Some people do, some
Yeah.
people, and some are lucky, they still stay like that, which is amazing. But most of us are not that lucky. The shape changes. And I do have a
Mm.
lot of people come to me and say, oh, I've been wearing this bra all this time, and all of a sudden it doesn't fit me anymore. If you're going through the menopause, everything just goes out the window. It really
Mm.
does, you know. You could be really small, all of a sudden you go through the menopause and you're much bigger than
Oh,
you've ever
wow.
been.
Great.
Yes.
The changes are
Um,
crazy at that age, aren't
it
they?
is.
Thank you for all of those stories, Mary. They were amazing. So now moving on to the next part, what I would love to know is kind of your view on being a mum, being an entrepreneur and a businesswoman, and kind of like what you do to try and kind of like look after yourself and enjoy your life. So running a business as a mum, as we know, it can be really tough. So
Yeah.
what does happy and thriving mean to you personally and professionally? And how do you try and prioritize that in your life?
So happy and thriving in my business. I do everything around my family and children because that's why I do what I do. Um, Obviously, I left um, Playtex and worked for somebody else for a little while before I started doing my business, purely because it gave me the it gives me the opportunity to be there when my children needs me.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if one child is ill, I'm at home. If something happens at school, I'm at home. The amount of time I've actually gone to my son's school because he's done something, drop everything last minute.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's that makes me happy. Just want to be able to be there for them.
Yeah.
So everything I do, work wise, all my appointments, everything. So when they come home, if anything at all, I'm home before they get in. unless obviously my husband's in. When my husband's in, I stay out a lot longer,
Yeah.
because I know that, always make sure somebody's at home. One of us is actually in. So doing that makes me happy. I
Yeah.
feel like, yes, I think I'm fulfilling my role as a mum, and I'm also doing uh my business. My business could do a lot more, which as the children are getting older, it's progressing more.
Mm.
So whereas before I definitely had to be home for a certain time, even if my husband's in. Now I don't worry so much. They've
Yeah.
also both got keys, just in case I'm 5 minutes late. They can actually let themselves in, and then they walk home. So it's like little steps. So
Yeah.
eventually I'll be free, hopefully, to do a lot more.
Yeah.
When my daughter goes to year 7, things will change a bit as well for me.
Yeah.
Um, so it's little stages of
Mm.
business. Originally, I just started it off as like a hobby because I had to totally do it, everything
Yeah.
around them. Now it's changing. So I have home appointments. So I've got a room that I just quickly change into a fitting room, and it's much nicer than going into a
Shop.
department store fitted,
Yeah.
and everything's actually in that room with a big mirror, everything. So if I'm at home, I feel relaxed. I know the children will come home and I'll be working from home. So to me, that is thriving.
Definitely. I agree.
What I do to actually relax myself, so in the mornings, I just got this ritual. When I do remember, I'll do it. Is I just take a few breaths, like
Yeah.
first thing when I get up, that's what I do. Take a few breaths. Because sometimes when you're rushing around the house to try and get them out, to get them out is
Oh, yeah.
something else. So 5 minutes, few minutes to myself, take a few deep breaths while I go to the bathroom to sort myself out.
Mm.
I find that sort of calms me down. That actually starts me off.
Yeah. I think you can forget to
So
breathe sometimes, can't you?
yes, just take the time to start thinking, okay, I know this XYZ is going to happen, but for now, before all the madness. And
Yeah.
it's for me, it really, really works.
Mm.
So for me, happiness is working in my business as well as juggling the children, my husband, and just making sure everything fits
Yeah.
and
That's
everybody's
the
happy.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You just want everyone to be healthy, you want everyone to
Yeah,
be happy, and you also just got to prioritize
that's it.
yourself. And I think that's so sensible, just taking kind of that time before anything
Yeah,
happens. And I love the way you described it before. I know X, Y, Z's going to
yeah,
happen because you do know, don't you? Deep
yeah,
down, if I think there's
yeah.
something inside you every day, you're like, maybe today will be a bit different, but it's never that
No, it's
different, is
not.
it? You know, someone's going to forget something, or someone's
Yeah,
not going to want whatever you given
yeah.
them for breakfast, or they've lost their shoes or something, and you just think, right, I've just got to deal with this, and I can deal with it and move through. I've got a good question here. If you had a magic wand, is there anything you would change for working mums yourself to kind of make life that little bit easier?
Magic wand.
Yeah, so you can do anything with it.
I was going to
Either way.
say hours in the day, but you know what?
How would you fill them?
just that my magic wand would be something that will take me an hour to do, will only take me a minute. So if I
Oh,
can go like that
yeah.
with a magic wand, that's exactly what I would like to do. Doing the videos for your Instagram, your Facebook, your editorials, that will take half an hour, sometimes maybe 2 hours. I do that to the magic wand, and it's done it for me in like a minute.
Oh,
That
yeah,
that
I'd
would
like that.
or
That's a
the
good
other
one.
one would be like the children would just get themselves sorted in the morning and not argue, and they just go. Those two, that will do it for me.
I think I agree with you. I'd love both of those actually. They're really good ideas. Really good ideas. So we're coming on to the last couple of questions now. So from your experience in what you do, your life as a mum, is there anything that you would suggest to our listeners to try? to help prioritize themselves to become a bit healthier and happier. And as I said, it could be a couple of things from maybe your experience personally or from your business experience and what you do within your work. Just a few kind of tips for people to become happier, healthier, and thrive within their lives.
Okay, what works for me? I think I live in an environment of organized chaos. Okay,
Me
it is
too.
chaotic. Yeah, organized chaos. So for me, uh, what really helps me is the night before, especially the school week, the night before, I make sure my son's sorted out his books because where his school doesn't have lockers.
Okay.
So every night I say to him, have you sorted out your books for tomorrow? Have you got your PE kit for tomorrow? Make sure all that is ready in his bag and it's by the door to go. Okay, so before he goes to bed, all that is done. My daughter will sort out her smalls basically. So
Yeah.
the uniform is ready, sorted, you know, make sure that the briefs, the socks, everything for the next day is all organized and is in one place. And I promise you that it just works.
Yeah.
And then they actually know where their uniforms are in their wardrobe. That 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 just works. And to do that, if you do that on a daily basis, that stops you getting into the chaos of the next morning. I can't
Mm,
find my I can't find my shoes. Oh my God. Oh, I've got history tomorrow and I've got history this morning. I haven't put a book in it. I can't find my book. I can't do this. And everybody starts getting a bit stressed. And then
yeah.
I would start getting stressed. So if I prepare all those things the day before,
You've sorted that bit out already, haven't
it's
you?
sorted. It
Mm,
really, really is sorted for me. So I do that. And then the second thing I'll do, that is quite a health thing. I don't know what drinks people have. But for me, I think it's something I've always done anyway. It's because I like it. I like herbal teas.
hmm.
I like coffees, but I can't really drink caffeinated coffee. So I'm trying to wean myself off them. I like drinking water. And I tell you what, the best water, somebody used to say, my mum used to say, and somebody else, another used to say, hot water is really good for you. Thinking, it's almost like pretending to drink tea. I don't know what's in it, but it's just plain hot water. I think it
Mm,
clears out your system. It's sort of just drinking cold water.
yeah.
I drink hot water. If I go to somebody's house and they say, "Oh, I've got tea," I don't let them drink normal tea. Oh, I have hot water. I
Yeah.
don't know. It just calms me down, and it's for me. It's a healthy thing. You know,
Mm,
I walk. I do mini exercises at home because I haven't got the time to do I'm trying to join the gym.
yeah.
So the mini exercise I do at home is literally 5 minutes before I have a bath.
Yeah.
It really is 5 minutes. While the water's running, I do a few sit-ups.
Great. Yeah. Good.
Okay, sit-ups, um, lean on the bed and do shoulder exercises as well. So I lift
Yeah.
myself up while the bath is running, and I
Mm.
find that works. Hot
Habit
water,
stacking. Fabulous.
mini exercise before bath, that works for me. It's sort of tiny little things that I do that it just works for me. I don't know if it work for anybody else, but it
But
does.
but I think that's the thing. When you find something that works for you,
Yeah,
so you've got your breathing in the morning to get
yeah,
yourself ready, you've got your preparation the night before to make sure
yeah,
that your morning is as smooth as it can be, and then you've got your stacking of your exercise whilst the bath's running. I mean, that's like
yeah,
a two for one deal.
yeah,
And then combining that with drinking hot water, which
yeah,
you know is good for you because you're getting your water, but
yeah,
also it kind of, I think you're right, it does do something to the system. And I
yeah,
think there's some evidence somewhere that when you eat, if you actually have freezing cold water with what you eat, it can affect the digestion of the food. Whereas I think if it's more like warmer,
yeah.
it can help with all of that.
It,
So I think it's I think there is method
there's
there.
something in it. Oh
And
well, there
and
you go.
actually I think there is a lot of the it's all about the small things. I really
Yeah,
believe that if you can find little things that you can integrate into your
yeah,
day
to your day. Yeah,
regularly, it can really make a massive, massive difference. So Thank you for sharing those with us. And my final question to you is, where can we find you? So you mentioned you're on Instagram and Facebook. What are your handles on there?
So I'm on Google. So if you it's bras at home. So if you Google bra fitting near me or bra fitting service near me, I'll come up. You find me on Google. Facebook, you find me on a lot of the social networking things, networking groups. So obviously I'm in the what do you call it, family network
Yeah,
group. So I'm in the West Surrey one and I'm in the East Surrey one.
yeah.
But for anybody else, you find me on Facebook and it's Bras at Home.
So
If you
bras at
put Bras
home.
at Home all in one word, you find me. If you put it in Bras at Home, whatever, you'll also find me. Um,
Amazing.
so yeah, but my what I'll try and get people to see is, a good fitted bra will correct your posture. It will correct your posture, and that's a promise. It will make you look slimmer. It just gives you an instant slimness. Um, and also to be honest, in the world that we're in now, it will enhance your photos. So it's almost like it's three of my slogans that I always say. First, it would definitely help with your posture, especially if you're quite heavy chested anyway.
Mm.
It'll help you. Um, Two, photos, if
Makes
you're
you
wearing,
stand
doing
better,
a
makes you
photo,
look
yeah,
better. Yeah.
yes, yes. The most expensive dress will not look the same if the foundation is actually not right underneath. So you need that to start off with.
And I think that's a fantastic tip for everybody there straight
Yeah,
away. Just
yeah,
it just changes everything effectively,
it
doesn't it? A
does.
good fitting
Yeah.
bra. Well, Mary, thank you so much for talking with me today. I've loved this conversation.
Really lovely to talk to you as well.